Signal here, but I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin with the Post Crescent, hanging out with Ricardo Arguello, Jim Rosandick. We're kind of scurrying here, but
if you ever seen the movie Apollo 13,
yeah,
that was what we were just doing right now. I should say actually Brett and Rosie, they were somehow being able to figure this out.
Okay, so we do not unfortunately have a scoreboard that we can give you at this point. Because of the technical issue, I'm just going to have to, you're going to have to bear with us, folks, and I'll give you the score. The second half just underway, 36-37-24, Neenah with the lead over Hortonville, 15 and a half minutes to go. And I think, Ricardo, what we're going to kind of do here is I'm just going to kind of keep updating the score because we lost our scoreboard along with the internet connection here for a while as well. So, Ricardo, I knew you have the updated scoring totals and everything. I know, like,
yes.
Ali Zabel for the Rockets leading the way with 16 points. Rainey Wilson has 10. 37-24, Neenah with the lead over Hortonville. Again, apologizing for the technical issues. But we're going to give you at least the second half and the first part of the first half.
Zabel inside. And good for the Rockets.
Yep. 39-24, Neenah with the lead, 14:50 to play and counting, and there's a good feed to Jada Stewart. Makes it 39-26, Neenah with 14:40 to play. Looking at the foul situation, one team foul for Hortonville, none for the Rockets. And again, we are streaming to our Facebook pages, our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. That's Rowan. Is that Klesmet?
It is. Now, I don't know, Brett, maybe, we don't have
Sophia Cook, I'm sorry.
We don't have the second camera also that is not functioning, our camera, our timer camera?
No, we don't have the scoreboard. I'm going to have to.
Oh, okay.
The scoreboard was zapped.
Or the time remaining.
When the internet went out. So it's 40. I'm just going to have to keep updating everybody who's watching.
It's like the old NBA.
Yeah, it's the best we can do. 40-26, Neenah with the lead, 14:29 to play in the second half. Klesmet with the second miss, so again, 40-26. But Ricardo, maybe you want to run down some of the scoring as Wilson steps back. And kind of how the first half closed and all that stuff. We can get these folks caught up.
Halftime it was Neenah 33-22. Taking an 11-point lead were the Rockets into halftime. Now Hortonville, as you see Zabel scores here.
Yeah, Zabel now 18, makes it 42-26 Neenah.
Yeah, and Hortonville scored the first basket. That was Rainey Wilson. She did it off a nice little inbound, Brett, where she bounced it off an opponent's back and then was able to get the easy layup on their side of the court. And then from there, it was Ava Cook with a basket, a couple free throws from Zabel, a bucket from Zabel that made it 39-24. And then just recently, it was Jada Stewart with a basket for Hortonville, and then a free throw from Lydia. I'm sorry, that was Zabel with the free throw, and then Zabel with a bucket. So 42-26. That's where should we stand right now, Brett?
Right, Neenah leading 42-26. Those joining us, I see there's more numbers coming. We had some big technical issues back into the first half. There's a 3-0 for Maren Giebauer. Makes it 42-29, Neenah, but with the technical difficulties, we lost our scoreboard. So we're going old school, and I'm going to have to just feed you the score throughout the remainder of this game as Ali Zabel now with 20 points as she rattles that one down. 44-29, Neenah with the lead, 13:20 to play in this game. Hey, sometimes you got to make do, Ricardo.
You do.
So we appreciate everybody's patience. We're back on Facebook, back on our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. I do not have any scoring I can give you, at least on my book, so that's going to be tossed to the side.
Okay. I'll try my best to update people. Again, 44-29 is the score. Largest lead of the night, I want to say, for Neenah, Brett.
Yeah, 13:10 clock running here in the second half as Rainey Wilson guarded closely by Sophia Cook. Shot missed, and Ali Zabel, Ricardo, with 22 points now, make it 22. And it's a 44-29 Neenah lead. Again, our scoreboard is out, our Cellcom Coonies Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard. And look at that move. Couldn't get it to fall. clock at 12:40 and running. A 44-29 Neenah lead here in the second half. Number 2 Rockets against the number 3 Polar Bears. Hortonville won the first meeting back on New Year's Eve. We were talking about that in the first half. That was a 1-point game, overtime win, Ricardo.
It was. Nice move there by Wilson, but she was fouled before the shot went up.
I apologize if I'm going to keep repeating myself, but I keep seeing numbers climbing. So, again, we had technical difficulties at the end of the first half. Back on, thankfully, here in the second half, but our scoreboard, our Cellcom Cooney's embroidery and scoreboard, it's gone. It's been eliminated from cyberspace.
It's gone to Pluto.
So I'm going to have to feed everybody the scores. We apologize, but I'll do my best. 44-29, Neenah with the lead, 12:15 to play in the second half.
Oh, wow.
And here comes Klesmit, yeah. That was kicked out of bounds.
By Wilson, but I'll tell you, McCodlow, Hortonville felt that there was a foul there as she went into a triple team.
Hey, Ricardo, I wanted to mention about Allie Zabel, 22 first half points. She's averaging 25.4 points per game for her career. So she's almost at her career average.
Is that good?
The UConn recruit.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. She came in tonight, Ricardo, with 1,829 career points, just 171 away from milestone 2,000. Deep three by Wilson, short. You know, she has a shot at getting that plateau. She has a shot if the Rockets go on a long tournament run, but I looked this up. Only 30 players in Wisconsin high school girls basketball history have scored at least 2,000 career points. So Allie Zabel knocking at the door. Again, 44-29, Neenah with the lead, 11.5 to play in this game.
We have a travel, and that will be the third turnover for the half for the Rockets.
Allie Zabel, by the way, she enters tonight's action second in the state in all divisions and three-pointers made with 82. And did you know this? She's currently a member of the exclusive 50-40-90 club.
What's that?
For a single season, which means she's shooting at least 50% overall, 40% from three-point range, and 90% from the free throw line.
Oh, okay.
That's a pretty exclusive club. I know they like to talk about that at the pro game. McConnell inside of Werner.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, again, 44-29 Neenah with the lead. We don't have our scoreboard available in the second half, but we can give you the game.
That's what's most important, Brett. We can fill in the rest. 11:18 and counting left here in the second half as Wilson pops from the corner.
Nice shot, mid-range jumper. Rainey Wilson now with 12 points. 44-31 Neenah with 11:05 to play, clock running. Team fouls, 3 for the Rockets, 2 for the Polar Bears. Both teams with 4 timeouts remaining. 3 fulls and 30s. 44-31, Neenah with the lead, and we have a travel.
Okay.
Against Shabo along the baseline.
4 turnovers for Neenah, Brett.
And again, since we don't have our scoreboard, I do want to thank our sponsors. First, Cellcom. Ricardo, spread the love with help from Cellcom now through February 19th. Buy one, get one free on their entire lineup of smartphones, including the latest phones by top brands. Visit cellcom.com/BOGO for details. And don't forget about our friends at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Contact them today, 920-731-0922, or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS 0922 at sbcglobal.net. 44-31, Rockets with the lead with 10:19 to play in this game. I feel like we're doing radio.
A little bit. Well, Brett, I've always said we have the face for radio. Now you're going to hear the voice for radio. Again, 10:19 left in the second half. Go ahead.
I was just going to apologize profusely for the technical mishap. I'm not sure if it was on our end necessarily or not, but there was some weird stuff going on, and we just completely lost internet. So able to get it back, but our scoreboard got wiped out in the process. Wilson almost knocking that one down. So 44-31 Neenah with the lead, 10:10 to play in the game.
Session remains with Hortonville. They're down 13 points with 10:10 left in the second half.
Hey, folks, don't forget the WIAA will reveal its girls basketball postseason brackets, Ricardo. That's on Sunday.
Yes.
A 1-hour live stream. The show will begin at 1 p.m. Can be seen at WIAA.tv through the NFHS network. No subscription is needed to watch. You can find that live stream link on the WIAA website. Playoff brackets in all 5 divisions will be posted on the WIAA website following the live announcement. Brackets, I know, Ricardo, determined by electronic seeding as Wilson knocks one down, makes it 44-33. Neenah, 9:50 to play.
Wilson with their back-to-back baskets here. But, yeah, that'll be a nice little thing to watch. Let's just hope, Brett, that everyone will be able to watch that. They say the link is free, but I've heard there's been issues with NFHS as well.
We're going to get a tie up here as Allie Zabel and a bunch of polar bears fighting for that ball, that loose ball. Well, will there be some controversy in the electronic seating?
Yeah,
again?
there always will be because you're not going to please everybody, right? So someone's going to be a little irked at where their seating is.
44-33, Rockets with the lead. 9.5 minutes to play in this one.
We definitely saw that in the football side of things.
As McCodlow almost gets that one to rim through. McCodlow with, I think she's got, 7 points? The Lynn University recruit, Boca Raton, Florida. That's
Smart
where Lynn
girl.
University is.
Smart to go to Florida, I'll tell you that.
Smart by the WIA to have that at 1 o'clock on Sunday and not say that 5 o'clock on Sunday.
4-7.
Right?
Yep, very smart. Don't want to go head-to-head with the one little Super Bowl thing going on.
Because everybody will be watching the Super Bowl. 44-33, Neenah with the lead.
Even at 1 o'clock, they'll be in the 5th hour of their Super Bowl pregame, right?
Oh, yeah, no kidding. Can't look at our Cellcom, Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard, but I can show it to you as McCodlow knocks that one down. It's a 10-point game. Neenah with the lead, 44-34, 9:25 clock running as Zabel brings it up the floor. Allie Zabel, the UConn recruit. UConn ranked 4th. Little step back. Whoa. Off mark there for Zabel. A rare miss.
Yeah, you're not going to see her miss that bad. Off the side of the bucket. Funk. That was an air ball, but hey, look at.
Oh, it went out.
And a bunny.
Yeah, that was Jada Stewart. She gets a pat on the back from Michaela Werner. Keeps it at 44-34. Neenah with the lead, 8:58 to play. Again, apologizing, folks, checking in late. Our scoreboard got wiped out with when we went down, when our internet was lost. So it wiped it off our computer here. So I'm just going to have to go old school and give you the score periodically. 44-34, Rockets with the lead. Remember, Neenah number 2 in the state in Division I. Hortonville right behind number 3. If the Rockets win this one, Ricardo, they will clinch no worse than a share for the FEA championship.
It's like you're watching the NBA basketball on CBS.
Yeah, remember,
Back in the 80s.
We grew up when they didn't have scoreboards all the time. So you're just going to have to deal with it for the next 8 minutes and 28 seconds. 44-34, Rockets lead.
You're looking live at the Boston Garden. Celtics, Lakers.
Kareem, Robert Parrish, James Worthy, Magic.
Man, I'm going way back.
Larry
Some of
Bird.
those old heads out there know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
I was just a kid when those games are going on, but I still remember them.
The question is, and that's a acrobatic miss by Rowan Klesmit. Ooh, pass down. Whoa, stolen.
Only the second turnover for Hortonville as Neenah looking to go in transition here. And a blocking foul. That's going to be on Stewart. 8:06 left in the second half. 44-34 is your lead with the Rockets holding the 10-point advantage.
And apologizing, scoreboard has been wiped from our computer after the technical glitch. I'm going to continue to mention that as we keep more viewers here. But 44-34, Neenah with the lead, 8:06 to play, as Ricardo just said.
Cook with the three-pointer, that's buried.
47-34, Rockets with the lead, and the Rockets going to burn a full timeout.
Ava Cook, so underrated for the Rockets. Heck of a defensive player, but she's come up with a few big three-pointers for Neenah tonight.
Don't forget, folks, we have a great deal going on a digital subscription to the Post-Crescent, any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. For the next 3 months, you can get all the benefits included with a digital subscription for just $1. Full access on your desktop, tablet, and mobile devices every day. Exclusive subscriber newsletters, our USA Today Sports Plus app, the e-edition. Go to postcrescent.com/subscribe. Ricardo, you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong.
3 months for $1.
3 months for $1.
And not sure where we'll be next week. Working on a couple possible games, but I'll announce it on my Twitter account at PCBrettsy. Give me a follow so you know what we will be doing next. But we're winding down in the regular season. We'll be streaming some postseason games as well, both boys and girls side. Thanks to our guy Mike Cruz for making that happen. I know Mike's checking in tonight, so we appreciate it. So 47-34, that's the lead for the Rockets over Hortonville. 7:57 to play in the second half. Again, I apologize for the technical issues that we had in the first half, at the end of the first half, that unfortunately took our Cellcom Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard and forever wiped it away. So we're going to have to go old school, and I will be giving you continuous scoring updates as McCodlow is fouled. 47-34, Neenah with the lead. 7:44 to play in this one, Ricardo.
And folks, might I add, we put the old in old school.
Hey, I hit the big 50 last year.
Yeah.
You're not there quite yet.
Not yet, but I'm closing in. The great thing, Brett, is I'll never catch you.
Yeah, you won't. That's true. As Trinity McCodlow at the line. Remember, misses the front end. Now 17 fouls for Neenah. Keep that in mind as well, just for the Polar Bears. So big front end miss for the Polar Bears. Neenah on top, 47-34, 7.5 minutes remaining. Allie Zabel, big game again. She's got 22 points, the UConn recruit.
And 10 rebounds, Brett.
Double-double. No surprise there for Zabel. Do you think, Ricardo, as there's a left-hand finish. How about that by Ava Cook? Makes it 49-34 Neenah with 7:09 to play, clock running.
Again, having a good game is Ava Cook. Showing some athleticism there. Left-handed layup. 15-point lead. I think that's the largest lead of the night. It's been tied at least. And McCodlow, unfortunately, missing that bunny.
Here you feel the Rockets. I always say this. I mean, there's a ton of time left. 6:50, the clock running. 49-34, Neenah with the lead, but certainly don't need to rush anything offensively at this point, right? You can start running some clock, running your offense a little bit, and trying to salt this one away. There's a three-pointer by Boss, short, and McCodlow with the rebound. But I was going to ask, if, let's say, okay, 15-point lead for the Rockets, 49-34, 6.5 to play, but if Neenah wins this one and holds on, don't they deserve maybe some top-ranking consideration?
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll be voting for them, number one, as we have a foul here. Right now, Kettle Moraine has all the votes, but I will vote for Neenah if they can pull this win out.
Stands to reason, right? Kettle Moraine being the Division I reigning champions.
But they haven't played the schedule that Neenah has played, though.
And Hortonville, for that matter, too.
Or Hortonville.
Right?
You're right, and I agree with you.
I can't imagine Hortonville is going to drop too many spots if they lose this game tonight.
No.
Maybe a spot or two. Hortonville's still a top 5 team. Unfortunately, without the services of Callie Pepler, she suffered that knee injury a couple weeks back now and is out for the season, so that's a big blow for AC Clothier. But they've done a nice job of withstanding that injury, and they're still winning games. It's 49-35. Neenah with the lead, 6:10 to go. As I give you the Cellcom and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard.
Here's Cook, left hand, no good.
I think Michaela Werner might have gotten a hand on that, but Allie Zabel with an offensive rebound.
11th rebound for Allie Zabel. 5:56 left in the second half. 49-35 lead for Neenah, 14 points.
15 foul now for Hortonville. The Rockets with 18 fouls. Again, we apologize. The technical issues we went through late in the first half took away our scoreboard. We can't get it back, so we're going to go old school, folks, so bear with us. We apologize, but we appreciate your patience. And it's 49-35. Neenah with the lead, 5:40 to play, clock running. Nice little move, block. Nope, that's going to be a foul. I think that's going to go against Paige Lilly, number 33, the 5'9" junior forward. So that's going to put Ava Cook at the stripe. She'll be shooting a pair. That's the 6th team foul now, though, for Hortonville.
Now, you might not have the scoreboard, but you do have the soothing voices of one Brett Christopherson and also Ricardo Arguello.
This is how we used to do live streams years ago,
yes.
right? Before we had the scoreboard, technology, and all the other cameras that we could bring you. We were always updating the score, but we appreciate your patience. It happens. It's technology. Sometimes it doesn't work. Luckily, it's very few and far between for our Varsity Game of the Week streams. 50-35 now. The Rockets with the lead, 5.5 minutes to play. And stolen. Here comes Rowan Klesmet with it. Allie Zabel with 22 points and the ball, going against Rainey Wilson. And Zabel gets around, somehow finishes Ricardo with that left hand.
Yeah, right now they're just firmly in control here. Neenah doing everything right. 24 points for Zabel, Brett, and that was about as pretty as it gets, going up with her left hand through traffic.
Yeah, I was going to say definitely through traffic. A couple defenders there, and a tough angle to work with that left hand, but making it look easy. Now 24 points for Zabel, and a foul. That'll be foul number 9 against Neenah, so 1-1 coming up for the Polar Bears. Marin Giebauer, the 5'8" senior guard. And the Polar Bears want to burn a 30-second timeout. 52-35 is the score. Neenah with the lead. 4:55 remaining in this one.
See if I can update my Twitter quick here too, Brett. You can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN. Hey, don't forget about Rosie at Metal Rosie and Brett at PC Brett C.
Again, the Rockets, as I mentioned in the first half, chasing their first Fox Valley Association championship since the 09-10 season when it shared the league title with Oshkosh West. A Rockets win tonight gives them a 16-1 league record. Hortonville would drop to 14-2. The worst the Rockets can do is finish 16-2 because they only have one game left, so this would clinch at least a share of their first conference title since 09-10. And by the way, Ricardo, I got the regional pairings. Again, the brackets come out Sunday at 1 o'clock during the live reveal on the WIA website. They'll have the link, so definitely check that out. Apparently no subscription needed to watch, but you're looking at where Neenah and Hortonville stand. And Neenah and Hortonville stand to probably, potentially could face off in a sectional championship game. You got Hortonville on one side, Neenah on the other in that sectional finals at Appleton East.
Yeah, this ain't the last time. They're going to face off against each other.
Kind of feels like it, doesn't it? And that's no disrespect to any of the other teams in that sectional. Sectional semifinals, it says listed here, Eau Claire Memorial and Oshkosh North. But Hortonville in the same sectional or the same side of the sectional as Appleton East, Appleton North, Appleton West, Chippewa Falls, DC Everest, Eau Claire Memorial, Eau Claire North, Holman and Hudson. I like their chances in there. Neenah going against Marshfield, Oshkosh North, Oshkosh West, Spash. Superior's ranked, I believe, in the top 10. That could be tricky. Wausau West and Wisconsin Rapids. But I still think that we're going to see round 3 in a sectional championship at Appleton East.
The only other team I might think about as a dark horse is Oshkosh West. Has played well
yes.
on occasion.
Good point.
But yeah, Brett, I believe what you say. I concur that it's tough not to imagine this be a third matchup between these two teams, Isabel.
Wow, she misses a rare one after getting around the corner. The paint kind of slapped her hands in frustration. 52-35 is the Neenah lead with 4:05 to play here in this one. And some fans starting to file out of their Ron Einerson Fieldhouse, maybe thinking this one is sewed up.
Yeah, some of the Hortonville students.
Double bonus the rest of the way for Hortonville. Neenah over the limit, that 10-foul limit. Hortonville with 6. As McCodlow misses the first. Again, Allie Zabel, 24 points. Ava Cook with 15. Rainey Wilson with 15, I believe, for the Polar Bears. And apologize for not having the scoreboard, but again, we lost it during all the technical issues in the first half. So we're going old school with 4 minutes to play, 52-35, Neenah with the lead. Just glad we were able to get the stream up and running again.
I agree, Brett. You guys did a great job of figuring it out. Again, it was Apollo 13-ish. You guys just were able to save the day.
And isn't it interesting that we're underneath a rocket? when you mentioned Apollo 13.
Brett, yes, and Isabel went down in pain.
Oh, no.
And her left arm.
Maybe just bumped the funny bone there.
Well, she's going right to the free throw line to shoot her throws. So, yes, Brett, I didn't even recognize that we're under the Neenah rocket here.
Allie Isabel, the 1-1. That's the 17th foul now for Hortonville. Neenah with 10, so again, double bonus for Hortonville. But Allie Isabel, as I mentioned before, part of that 50-40-90 club. Makes it look easy from the stripe. 53-35 with 3:40 to play in this one. Looking very good for the Rockets, up 18. Isabel looking to make it a 19-point lead, and she does. And now Isabel Ricardo with 26 points. She makes it look easy.
Just a shade over her average, right?
Her career average, yeah, 25 plus. And as we mentioned, she could reach that 2,000-point mark if the Rockets kind of go on a little run here, which could very well happen as Werner with the miss. And the bucket is Stewart. Timeout Hortonville. 54-37, Neenah with the lead. 3:16 to play. Full timeout coming for the Polar Bears. The only game left on the Rockets' schedule, Ricardo, just one more game to play. And that will be home against Oshkosh North. I believe that's next Thursday night. Final regular season game at the Ron Einerson Fieldhouse for the girls program, for the girls side. Hortonville, 2 games remaining. Tuesday against Fond du Lac, Thursday at Appleton East. Games tonight in the Fox Valley Association. Appleton North at Appleton East, Oshkosh North at Fond du Lac, Oshkosh West at Appleton West. And then last night's results, Oshkosh West beat DC Everest 63-28. Kimberly taking down Kaukauna on the girls' side, 62-50. And speaking of the Fox Valley Association on the boys' side, looks like that's all but decided. The Fond du Lac Cardinals are gonna win that race this year.
And you had that on your preseason
no, I didn't.
predictions. No, you didn't.
A team that won, 4 games last year?
Jamaria Dalton, Steven Strider, all those kids really had a banner season, Brett. So congratulations to Fond du Lac.
Well, we caught them against Kimberly, but Kimberly beat them that night a couple weeks ago, I want to say, a few weeks ago.
But then they came here and beat Neenah.
Right, by like a couple points. It was a close game, or maybe 3 points. Yeah, it's interesting to see what happens. I wouldn't mind getting Fond du Lac on the schedule one more time, and that's a strong possibility maybe to end the regular season. And check out the FBA champs on the boys' side. Kind of eyeing up a potential Little Chute Fox Valley Lutheran boys matchup next Friday night. That could decide the Northeastern Conference Championship. We just saw Freedom clinch a share of the NEC girls title on Tuesday when we streamed the game at Fox Valley Lutheran. As Isabel knocks another one down, makes it 55-37 Neenah with 3:01 to play. And why not another one? 28 points for the sensational junior. 56-37, the Rockets in complete command, up 19 with 2:55 to play, clock running. So all the championships, the race is starting to get decided. Hey, big one on the boys' side tomorrow, De Pere, Pewaukee. I think I'm going to watch that one.
Very big game on the boys' side.
Heard that game was sold out already this past Monday. And so no tickets. I know De Pere streams the game. Try to get in and try to do that game, but they have their own production, I guess, as McCodlow misses with the left hand. They have their own commentators, so definitely defer to them. So check out the school stream on that one. I will be doing that.
And I'll tell you this, though, just because they have their own thing, we will not blacklist them, Brett.
No, we'll
certain other production companies like to blacklist teams and or entire conferences, but we here at USA Today Network Wisconsin do not employ such tactics.
No, in fact, I like working with the folks at De Pere. Good people there, West De Pere as well. So
more power to them to have their own thing.
Absolutely, and I have no problem with that whatsoever. So as long as folks can see that big game, that's all that matters. And hey, we got to stream a football game over there. We've streamed their boys basketball at Kimberly. We've streamed a couple girls games. So yeah, we're good. But looking forward to catching that stream. I'm going to watch that. I'm guessing that's a night tip, right? I don't think that's an afternoon game.
It has to be a night tip. My goodness. What a game.
That's the
I'll probably will be checking it out too, Bray. I'll be in the office. So.
two best teams in the state, right?
Yeah.
As Zabel, 2 more. She's got an even 30 on the night. 58-37, Rockets with the lead, clock running. It's all Neenah in this one, and the Rockets just 2 minutes and 20 seconds away from clinching at least a share of the FVA championship.
And how long had it been since that happened?
Let me check the notes. I believe it was
2009?
It was 09-10 season. The last time, the Rockets that season shared the league title with Oshkosh West. Andy Brunell, of course, the coach back then. Both teams over that 10-foul limit in the second half. Double bonus the rest of the way. 2:10 to play. As Zabel piling up the points now from the free throw line, make it 31. I don't think she's missed from the stripe.
Silky smooth.
How often do we talk about, right? I mean, those are free points. Take them. That one rattles in. 60-37, the lead for the Rockets with 2:10 to play.
Definitely my first place vote in the AP poll this week, Brett. Neenah Rockets.
Again is Rainey Wilson, deep three. Drains it, makes it 60-40. Another timeout for Hortonville. Especially with how well Hortonville played against Notre Dame. And this is a pretty
I think that makes them
win.
the clear-cut #1 team. And I really feel good about that vote. And Kettle Moraine, who do they lose to again? Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Good enough logic for me, Brett.
Notre Dame's only loss was to Pewaukee in the opener. And that was a rematch of the D2.
And that was by a point or two as well.
Yeah, just a point. D2 state finals last year. So I'll tell you our Cellcom, Cooney's Embroidery and Scoreboard score is Neenah 60, Hortonville 40, 2:02 to play in this one. All Rockets tonight, and Allie Zabel, the sensational junior standout, the 5th-rated prospect in her class in the country by ESPN. 32 points tonight so far. Actually, Allie Zabel, I looked this up too. She is currently 1st in Division I in three-point percentage at 47%, in that WISports three-point challenge leaderboard. Sammy Buss, her teammate, ranked 3rd at 45%. Rainey Wilson from Hortonville was 7th at 42%. So top 2 players, right?
That's true.
If you're not on a state qualifying team.
Now, Emily Yankee, she won that last year from Fox Valley Lutheran.
Okay. Yeah, that's coming up at the Resch in March at state. Eligible participants must have a minimum of 75 attempts. 6 of the top 10 players listed in D1 are from the FVA. And Appleton West Olivia Peterson Ricardo 2nd at 46%.
It comes at an unfortunate time, so early in the morning. It should be given way more pub, but it's hard. It's not broadcast anywhere. You got to kind of be there.
I think it's just a nice little feather. And
I think they should have that in between one of the games or right before. But that's just me.
Speaking of Sammy Buss, she's now at the free throw line. Rockets knocking down the free throw, 61-40. Neenah with the lead, 1:59 to play in this one. So it's been a good night for the Rockets, right? The boy-girl double header here. Neenah boys beating Hortonville 75-60 previous to this game, and Buss with 2 free throws makes it 62-40 Neenah. So a good night if you're a Rockets fan. As Wilson blocked by Zabel. Zabel goes down hard again.
And she'll be shooting more free throws, I think.
And Zabel, she gets up. She's tough. She's okay. Zabel with 32 points, looking to add a couple more. And good on that. 63-40 with 1:46 to play. Again, sorry for losing the scoreboard during our technical mishap, but it's gone. We can't do anything about it but just keep telling you the score, and it's 64-40. Neenah over Hortonville with 1:40 to play, clock running.
Yeah, 34 points for Zabel and Brett. And we have a charge here on Hortonville. That's their 5th turnover of the I'm going to spoil something for everyone.
Okay.
Here's a spoiler. Allie Zabel will be on my Fab 5 next year.
Okay.
Rosie, am I right?
I'm going
to Zabel.
I'm going to spoil it too, Ricardo, and say that she'll be one of the basketball nominees as part of our Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show.
There we go, man. We're just letting the cat out of the bag, aren't we? And I'm going to guess Callie Pepler has a good chance of being on the from Hortonville also on the team. Unfortunately, she's lost for the season.
Yeah,
but,
so
you know, we never know. That becomes official in November.
Rainey Wilson will need one more year to make your team because it's just seniors only, right?
Seniors only.
And Rainey still a sophomore as Buss knocks down a free throw, makes it 65-40. Rockets over Hortonville. Really expected a barn burner tonight. And finally a miss from the free throw line with 1:30 to play. Clock back running again.
Who had that free throw? I'm sorry, I missed that.
Buss.
Okay.
And McCodlow with a left-handed layup.
Yeah, Brett, this is a little surprising just because of how well we saw Hortonville play against Notre Dame. They very well could have beat Notre Dame. They should have beat Notre Dame. They come here, but you know what? I wonder how much that loss to Hortonville really kind of got on, a little bit chip on the shoulder for Neenah.
Well, and to be fair for Hortonville, as well as they played against Notre Dame, they're still without Callie Pepler. That is a big loss. And as I mentioned before, A.C. Clothier, the head coach, has done a nice job navigating through that injury. They've still been winning quite a few games, but that's a big blow. That's a lot of production to take out of your lineup. Messes with your rotations a little bit, messes with the stuff you want to run a little bit. But having said that, Neenah looked like a buzzsaw tonight. Allie Zabel now with, 36 points, 67-42. Neenah with the lead, 1:15 to play, clock running.
She has 11 rebounds too, Brett, and a block, so an outstanding game from Zabel.
Andy Brownell going to empty his bench at the next dead ball.
Whoa, way out there, Wilson.
Nails it. Wow, Rainey Wilson now. She has 21.
That's August Maurer range, Brett.
So Wilson with 21 points. Zabel with 36, so the top two scorers in the FEA. Looking like the top two scorers in the FEA. 67-45, Neenah with the lead, and even 1 minute remaining in this game. Again, don't know where we'll be next week, but I'll announce it on my Twitter account at PCBrettsy. Probably going to shift gears, go to the boys' side again. We've got a nice run of girls' games.
3 in a row.
Hortonville, Notre Dame, and then Freedom FVL on Tuesday, and now tonight, Neenah, Hortonville.
Again, Brett, we happily do girls' games without any kind of blacklisting or holding conferences and or teams hostage. We don't believe in that kind of nefarious activity.
I'm just going to say 67-45, Neenah with the lead, a minute to go as we give you our Cellcom and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear scoreboard.
We love our athletic directors who work with us and all the schools who work with us. Brett, you always speak highly of them, and I know Rosie appreciates everything that they do.
Well, we've known a number of them for quite a long time, right? Long time. I've known, I said, Mike Elkin since the late 90s when I started working around here, and he was assistant football coach, the hockey coach back then, now the athletic director. Known, of course, John Yoke and Jim Strick, former athletic directors as well. Mel Northway was the athletic director here when I
remember
first
Mel.
started. Yeah,
very imposing figure.
Yes, but a very good man, and just kind of did it the Neenah way always, and always appreciate that. But, geez, all up and down the FVA, great athletic directors, the NEC, the Bay, the FRCC that we deal with, the Wisconsin Valley. Well, sometimes we'll go over to the central schools and get some games in, so appreciate each and every one of them. They're great to work with, and hopefully we have a decent reputation where we give a good stream, Ricardo, even when we can't give you the scoreboard.
Travel. Brad, speaking of the Central Group, I'm actually heading to Milwaukee on Tuesday for the Bucks and Celtics.
Ooh.
To talk to Mr. Hauser down there.
When is that going to be? Coming up?
Tuesday. Yeah,
oh,
Valentine's Day. And hopefully I'll be in touch as well with Stephanie Hauser and Dave. And, do a nice story on the Hauser family.
Do you have to work through with the Celtics through that? Or?
Well, I'm it's out of my hands. Mike Sherry's working.
Okay.
With getting all the clearances and everything like that. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm sure the NBA is pretty low-key when it comes to that stuff. Final 10 seconds as the clock running down. Neenah 67, Hortonville 47. And we're just waiting for the final buzzer to sound. Crowd on its feet in front of us, the Neenah faithful. There's the buzzer, and that's your final tonight, 67-47. Rockets with the victory, and congratulations That's no worse than a share of the Fox Valley Association Championship. For Neenah, Ricardo, your thoughts?
First, for Hortonville, now look, this was a tough game for Hortonville. All right? It's been kind of a tough week, right, Brett? Because just not too long ago they lost in kind of, disappointing fashion in an Ordema game I felt they should have won. Now, okay, get that off your back. Burn the tape.
Yep.
Let's get back to what we do best. Play Hortonville ball. Yes, we're down Cali Pepler, but they've made several adjustments and stuff to kind of perform well, performing at a high level up to this past week. The girls, in my opinion, can compete with anyone. Just get back to what you do well. Perform well in those circumstances. Go for the loose balls, hustling. I think they'll be just fine. But for Neenah, this was the best I've seen them play this season. Okay, and I haven't seen them play too many times, Brett. But this is the Neenah ball when they're playing at their best, what they can do. They are a state championship caliber team.
I think they are, yeah.
They have the best player, in my opinion, in the state. Yes, KK Arnold. I'm going to say Allie Zabel is the best player in the state. Right now, they play like this, Brett. Who's going to beat them? Who in Division I can beat them? I know Kettle Moraine is a defending state champ, but I think Neenah can take them.
You know what makes Neenah a really scary team is, yeah, they got Allie Zabel, and she can light it up, but they've got other weapons that can really hurt you. And if you really focus on just trying to stop Allie Zabel, she's just going to be a facilitator. And you got a whole bunch of different players that can knock down shots, that can score at all levels. And so pick your poison. Do you want to shut her down and let the others beat you? Well, they can't. And that's going to make them a tough team. And they defend really well. They play good team defense. They'll mix up. We saw that zone a little bit was a little sticky as well. So. But I agree with you on the Hortonville side as well. I think you're going to hear from them again. I would be stunned if we don't see these two teams in the sectional final.
Yes, you're right. I think it would be an upset if they don't meet in the sectional final. Brett, did you say 2009, 2010?
I did. Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure we had that right on Twitter. By the way, follow me on Twitter at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN. Follow Brett, PC Brettsy, and Rosie at Metal Rosie.
No, I don't have the final scores other than I know Allie Zabel, 36, Rainey Wilson, 21 for Hortonville. But I can tell you that with the victory, the Rockets, the second-rate Rockets, now 22-1 on the season, 16-1 in the FVA, share of the conference championship. The Rockets can clinch the outright championship right here next Thursday, their final regular season game against Oshkosh North. Tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. The third-ranked Polar Bears fall to 19-3 on the season, 14-2 in the FVA. Up next for the Polar Bears, they're home against Fond du Lac on Tuesday. That's an FVA matchup. Tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. in that one. Same tip-off time for that Neenah Oshkosh North game here on Thursday night. Again, not sure where we'll be next week, but I'll announce it soon on my Twitter account at PC Brettsy. Please give me a follow, and you can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Ricardo, I gotta give a shout out to our sponsors one more time as well before I sign off. For Cellcom, now through February 19th, buy one get one free on their entire lineup of smartphones, including the latest phones by top brands. Visit cellcom.com/BOGO for details. And Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Contact them today at 920-731-0922 or send them an email at Cooney's, COONEYS0922 at SBCglobal.net.
Hey, great, Brett. This was great. Let's do it again next week, huh?
Well, let's make sure that we're all buttoned down with any technical issues.
Oh, I'm sure we will be. Rosie will figure it out.
Not sure if that was an our end or just a network glitch. Whatever. We got through the second half, so we're good to go. But for Ricardo, for Rosie and the crew with USA Today Network Wisconsin, I'm Brett Christopherson signing off from Ron Einerson Fieldhouse here on the campus of Neenah High School. Once again, the final score tonight, Neenah 67, Hortonville 47. Thanks for watching, everybody.